Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. So I welcome all devotees for this session of Nectar of Instruction. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
And what screen are you seeing? What do you see on the screen?
Nothing, Prabhuji. We can't see. We can see you. We can see you. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, I don't know, but what I see on the screen is not synchronizing.
Hare Krishna,
Able to see you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Huh?
Prabhuji, one humble request, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I want your blessings and prayers for the Himachal people, Prabhuji. It is in a turmoil now.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I reached in the month of June. Just after a month time, everything started.
Oh.
So we are actually trapped out here. So only I am chanting every day, but I want your blessings and prayers, Prabhuji.
Where are you now?
Solan.
Oh, you are in Solan.
Yeah.
So please, devotees, let us all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Hare Hare.
Hare
So our prayers for all the devotees and the people of Himachal who are.
It has never happened, Prabhuji, till this day, till date, since 50 years, nothing has happened like this in Himachal. Now even Shimla is just going down.
There is, this global warming and related phenomena is going on now.
No, actually, we played a havoc with nature. Now we are facing the consequences now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Prabhuji. That's it. I don't know how to make people understand, but it's very difficult. Very bad. On Monday, many of them, around about 30 devotees went to a Shiva temple to offer prayers. All of them, they were pulled down, Prabhuji. The landslide, it came down on the temple, and they all are dead. Till date, they are removing the bodies, Prabhuji.
Oh my God.
It is not only that is one simple example, but everywhere it is happening. It's very bad, Prabhuji. Nobody, even the politicians are playing their own this thing. So it's very saddening. I don't know how to help people out.
Yeah, see, the mistake that people are doing,
Yeah, very true.
as long as everything is going smoothly, they think they are in control of nature.
Yeah, very true.
They think they have controlled nature. They use that language, we have conquered space, we have conquered the ocean, like that they always want to claim, no? So that, once this passes, again they will forget.
And they shown, Prabhuji, actually they started with a 4-lane. In a hilly terrain like this, they should not have started off with this 4-lane and flyovers.
There is a lot of, basically it is because of man's greed.
Yes,
And the desire to enjoy and control. Prabhupada says, the desire to enjoy and to master, or Prabhupada would say very nicely, Lord of whatever I serve. I am the Lord of whatever I serve. That is the mood. So there is a problem. In fact, we think the animals and birds and vegetation, everything is there for our enjoyment. Actually, that has come from a misreading of the Bible. It has all started from that, and because now Christianity has spread everywhere, that mood is affecting the people. Whether you are a Hindu or Christian, unconsciously the Christian thought is affecting us also. The mood that everything is for our enjoyment. that God created everything for our enjoyment. That is where the whole problem comes.
Very true, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Please do keep the people of Himachal in your prayers, Prabhuji. All the devotees, I humbly request all of you.
Not only the people of Himachal, the whole
Whole
world is.
world, yeah. When
It
they
is
come to
only like,
realize
you know,
Krishna.
Yeah, it is like the Ferris wheel, you know. Sometimes somebody is on top, then it is constantly rotating. So
Merry-go.
on top is down
Giant
and
wheel.
down is up. So everybody is in trouble. That's why it is said in the scriptures that someone is dead and others are crying. The people who are crying, they are also going to die. Who is going to be spared? So the solution is to spread Krishna consciousness only. There really is no other solution. But for the innocent people, we should definitely pray to the Lord to bring them to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, whatever help you give, it is like saving the shirt of a drowning man. Prabhupada says.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is the use of saving only the shirt? You have to save the soul. Okay, now what do you see in the screen?
We can see you, Prabhuji.
I see, but I don't know. I am not able to bring that screen. But anyway, I think that is what is getting recorded. I hope in the YouTube also. Whatever you see must be getting recorded. I don't know why. I'm not able to. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Now I am going to read text 7. We are now going into the fruit of nectar of instruction. Up to 6 shlokas, it is like foundation. From 7th shloka, it is like the fruit. From 7 to 11. And you will notice that the purports are becoming shorter and shorter. 1, 2, 3, 4, there was heavy purports. Now 7 onwards, purports are going to become very short. Can anyone guess why it is like that? Why purports are getting shorter? Did you notice? Any guesses? Yes, Mataji, go on. Child, you are speaking, I don't hear you.
Dandat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
I don't know, Prabhuji, but I'll just thought, so I'll just try that way, Prabhuji. So as we progress in bhakti, we need not have anything to express or something like that, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Yeah. And it is all experiential. Now it has to be experienced. See, what one experiences cannot always be explained, particularly in the transcendental platform.
Before that, we need so much of convincing and everything is
needed. It is like preparing you, bringing you to the stage of trust, faith, and starting your sadhana. So from here onwards, you have to perform sadhana and experience. So the purports are automatically becoming shorter. Nothing can be spoken. From now onwards, you have to experience. So up to now, the foundation has been laid. Now the beautiful temple is going to rise. So let us enter into this with a lot of gratitude. Srila Prabhupada is giving us this opportunity to read and hear and understand such exalted scriptures for which we have no qualification at all. But we are getting this mercy. So I will read this shloka 3 times. Please join me and read from your side also. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapi Avidya Pitto Patapta Rasanasya Narochikanu Kintvadarad Anudinam Khalusaiva Jushta Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantri. I will read slowly. Maybe I read fast first time. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya Pitto Patapta Rasanasya Narochikanu Kintvadarad-anudinam khalu saiva jushta Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantri. Once again. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya Pitto Patapta Rasanasya Narochikanu Kintvadarad-anudinam khalu saiva jushta Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantri. We will go for word. Very, very important shloka. Please try to read this shloka by remembering word to word meaning. You will relish it like anything. Now the word-to-word meaning, Syat is Krishna, of Lord Krishna. Nama, the holy name. Charita, the character, pastimes, and so forth. Sita, sugar candy. Api, although. Avidya, of ignorance. Pitta, by the bile, liver trouble, bile. Upatapta, afflicted. Rasanasya, of the tongue. The bile problem affects the tongue. Na, not. Rochika, palatable. No, oh, how wonderful it is. That ability to appreciate is gone. Kintu, but even though that ability to appreciate sugar candy has gone, but kintu, adarat, carefully, anudinam, every day, or 24 hours daily. Kalu, naturally, saw that sugar candy of the holy name. Eva, certainly. So this third line, the word saiva is to be split into sa and eva. In Sanskrit, sa and eva combine into saiva. So eva, certainly. Jushta, taken or chanted. Swadvi, relishable, it becomes relishable. Kramat, gradually. You are chanting now, gradually the relish will come. Have patience. Remember, you have taken unlimited lifetimes before. And if you don't take Krishna seriously, you will take unlimited lifetimes in future also. So, are you choosing that? Are you choosing to be patient and go on chanting the holy names? That the taste will be revealed. Acharyas are telling. Rupa Goswami is telling. Srila Prabhupada is telling. All the Parampara Acharyas are telling. Are you going to trust them? And with enthusiasm, with determination and patience, are you going to go on chanting the holy name? Or after 5 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, or 40 years, you are going to say, no, it's not working for me. It's a call we have to take. Are we going to trust the Acharyas implicitly, unquestioningly, and follow the path shown by them? We have unlimited examples of others who have gone ahead of us. They have achieved the results of chanting the holy name. So why Krishna will leave us behind? We need to have that trust. We will be tested, definitely will be tested. But we have to go on, go on, go on. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. We have to be like that. And we have to go on chanting. And Kramag, gradually. Bhavati becomes Tadgada, of the disease. Mula, of the root. Antri, the destroyer. The holy name is the destroyer of the root of your disease. Today, we have so many systems of medicine. What do? They ask you for the symptom and they remove the symptom. For medicine, headache, anasin. Acidity, okay, take this medicine. I have a knee problem, okay, I will give a replacement. We are symptomatic in our approach to problems. This is typical of modern age. Symptomatic approach. But chanting of the holy name is going to remove the root of your disease. Root of your disease. What is that disease? Avidya. We saw in the line 1. Avidya. Avidya is our disease. And that is compared to jaundice. Okay, let me read the translation. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendentally sweet like sugar cane. Everything about Krishna is sugar cane. Everything about it. Name, form, pastimes, qualities, activities, all are sugar cane. Although the tongue of one afflicted by jaundice of avidya cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, these names are sweet. They are bitter to me, but they are sweet. So Prabhupada is saying, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within the tongue and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Yeah. There are two kinds of diseases, chronic and acute. What is the difference between these two? What is chronic? What is acute?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Chronic means for a long time, it has been there for a long time.
Yes.
Acute means it is happening suddenly.
Acute means it is serious now. It has become very serious. Suddenly somebody has an unbearable ache in the stomach, immediately they take them to the hospital. Oh, your appendix is inflamed. I have to cut it now. That is acute. Acute means you have to treat the symptom because it has become unbearable. Acute. Chronic means it has been lingering for a long time. Oh, I am suffering from indigestion for decades. That's chronic. For a long time. Acute means it has become very serious. And for us, what is our problem? For us, is it acute or chronic? Our disease?
Acute, Prabhu.
Acute. So who else says acute? Everybody says acute only?
No, Prabhuji, chronic.
Is it only chronic?
Chronic, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, because Krishna says, after so many lifetimes, we get a chance to say his name. So we have come, so many lifetimes have already gone.
Yeah.
So how will many?
Yeah. Chronic is pakka, anadi. When the disease started, we don't know. Krishna Bahirmukha. Root is Krishna Bahirmukha. Turned away from Krishna. That is chronic. But is it not acute?
Yes. Acute also.
It is both acute and chronic.
This is high time, yes.
Prabhu, we don't know, no, Prabhu, whether we before birth we gained the knowledge or not. We don't know, no, Prabhu. In this birth time, we have gaining the knowledge from
Okay.
Acharya.
Yeah. See, now the medicine is being applied. Treatment is being applied. The avidya is going gradually. Avidya is going. But because it is Kali Yuga, our disease is acute also.
Mm.
In Kali Yuga, because people who take birth in Kali Yuga are very great sinners. See, because Kali Yuga, the suffering comes to a crescendo. Sufferings are peaking in Kali Yuga. Why it is peaking? Because people with the most amount of sins, most amount of avidya, they take birth in Kali Yuga. So what we are doing, we are causing trouble to each other. Somebody gave this story, one person was traveling in a bus with a basket, and the basket was full of crabs, live crabs. But the basket was not covered. And the crabs are crawling all over the basket. So person sitting next to him, he said, "Arey, you cover your basket, otherwise all the crabs will run away." He said, no problem. These are all Madrasi crabs, When one crab tries to crawl out, other will pull him down. Nobody will escape. So in Kali Yuga, there is so much distraction from all around us. So it's so very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness. There are the malls, there are the shopping complexes, there are the cinema theaters, multiplexes, eateries, hotels, restaurants, resorts, unlimited distraction, plus the internet, there is WhatsApp, there is Facebook, so many distractions. So nobody will escape, in Kali Yuga. Such a powerful trap has been set. So it's both acute and chronic for us, the disease. And what is the disease? Avidya, ignorance. Ignorance has come to the peak. It is very difficult for anyone to accept that there is a soul, inside the body. They will say, "Please show me the soul." Vivekananda, it is said that he went to Ramakrishna and said, "Can you show me God?" Such an innocent question. Show me God. Because he did not know that you need some qualification to see God. Even if someone wants to show, do I have the qualification to see? How can I say, no, when I ask God to come in front of me, he has to come. If he doesn't come, he is not God. Sometimes, atheists, they organize some conferences. And they call God all names, and they say, see, God is not doing anything. So God is not there.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare
We have been in Krishna conscious for last births also, no, Prabhu? We may be not be serious, no, Prabhu?
Yeah, that is also possible.
Till our last birth.
See, until you come to Shraddha, you are accumulating Sukriti, Bhakti Sukriti. So, for example, you see one stranger who is not a devotee, without knowing, you give some Krishna Prasadam, and that person takes that Prasadam. It has become Sukriti for that person. So, like that, sometimes a Nagar Sankirtan is going, the sound falls into somebody, that becomes Sukriti. It's a special kind of Sukriti called Bhakti Sukriti. Bhakti Sukriti. Go on accumulating until it attains a critical mass. Then it becomes Shraddha. Then it becomes faith. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Shraddha is not step one. Shraddha is not step one of bhakti. We say Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha. But before Shraddha, there is this Sukriti, called Adhyata Sukriti. Without knowing, a person performs so much Sukriti. So when we have come to the stage of Shraddha and we have entered into Sadhu Sangha, that means we have accumulated the necessary Sukriti to start Bhakti. So from here onwards, we have to only purify our devotion, like we were discussing. All the other abhilashas should go away. Our focus should become only this one desire to serve Krishna forever. Then each person will decide how fast we want to travel on this path. It can differ from devotee to devotee. Someone who came today may go far ahead of me, whereas in 20 years I have not made that progress.
But we can finish it in this lifetime itself, Prabhu, if we are serious.
Absolutely.
No, Prabhu?
Absolutely. It can be done. That's what Prabhupada says, in one moment. That's why Katwanga Maharaj example is given. But same time, we should remember, what does it mean to become Krishna conscious in one moment? That means becoming completely attached to Krishna and becoming completely detached to everything material. That is your perfection. So Prabhupada says, if you are attached to one gulab jamun, for that you have to take a bath. So it's not so easy, to go back to God, because every desire is pulling us down. And unless you have only one desire, why do we worship the gopis? Why do we worship the gopis? That's so great. Because they simply have no other desire, or they have no other fear. They have transcended all fears and desires. And Krishna is blowing the flute, they run to him. Nothing can stop them. All the fears and desires of material existence, they have left them completely. So that is where we are traveling through our sadhana. We have to reach the platform where our spontaneous love for Krishna will take over. Then our material attachments will fall down. And our chanting is taking us to that level, asakti, ruchi. When you develop the spontaneous attraction to the holy name of Krishna, after that, the magnet takes over control. It will pull you. Right now, we are trying to put ourselves within the magnetic field of the magnet. We are moving to that. And we are trying to remove the rust, that is surrounding the iron. We are like a rusted iron. So these anarthas are the rust. So we are in the process of, through anartha nivritti, by steady chanting and remaining in devotee association, we are removing that rust. And then the magnetic field will act. When you come to the stage of ruchi asakti, then Krishna will pull you towards him. So that will, so it's a scientific process. It has to happen, but we have to remember. See, what we say is, what Shadbir Bhaktir Vinashyati. What is that? Dhanasangasya, Loliam. Before that? Huh? Atyahara Prayasascha Prajalpo Niyamagraha. This Niyamagraha we should remember. We should not simply hold on to the rules and forget why these rules are. We have only two rules. Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu, Vismartavyam Najadachit. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. These are the only two rules. All the other rules are the servants of these rules. So we may be following so many rules in our sadhana also, but we should remember these two rules as primary. Whatever I am doing must be servants of these two rules. If I become very rule focused and I forget these two main rules, then I don't make progress. If I want to develop attraction towards Krishna, I should remember why I am doing my sadhana. I am doing this sadhana only to reawaken my love of Krishna. So whatever sadhana I am doing, whether I am cooking or I am chanting or I am listening to katha or reading a book, I should remember why I am doing what I am doing. In that mood, we make rapid progress. It should not become a mindless ritual. Devotion should not become a mindless ritual. Then it produces results very, very slowly. But if I remember my goal is what? I have no love for Krishna. I have no love for Krishna. That is my problem. That is my problem. That is my disease. So in order to reawaken that love for Krishna, which is hidden, I have to do this with this process. So in that mood, I have to hear. In that mood, I have to chant. In that mood, I have to do all my other activities. Then I make very rapid progress. This is my understanding, Mataji. Does it make sense to you?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
So not that niyamagraha, just to follow the rules. I've been given this rule, I have to follow it. Not like that, mindlessly. This goal should be always in front of us.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. So please read the purport. Anyone can start reading the purport.
May I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. The holy name of Lord Krishna, his quality, pastimes, and so forth are all of the nature of absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet, like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. Knee science, however, is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretion. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of a diseased person cannot palatably release sugar candy. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter. Avidya, that is ignorance, similarly perverts the ability to relish the transcendentality, palatable name, quality, form, and pastimes of Krishna. Despite this disease, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So here, please note this point. Despite this disease, see this line, some coming somewhere in the middle of the paragraph. Yeah. Despite this disease. So the disease is a given. All of us are sick. All of us are ailing. All of us are suffering from the symptoms of this disease of avidya. Avidya means attachment to the body, attachment to bodily sense gratification, and dislike for bhakti, lack of attraction towards Krishna. This is our disease. So despite this disease, so let us accept that I am a diseased person. That means I have jaundice. And because of jaundice, sweet things are bitter to me. Sweet things have become bitter to me. I have to accept this. Krishna's name, form, pastimes, qualities, they are all sweet. Why they are sweet? Acharyas are saying so. Please understand. Krishna's name is not sweet to me, nor to you. but we accept it is sweet because the scriptures and the acharyas are saying this. This is where we have to be very, very strong. I am accepting the guidance of the acharyas who are coming in the bona fide parampara, coming down from Krishna, and they are speaking to me from the scriptures, and I accept it. So in that mood, despite this disease, so when I chant, I am feeling bitter. When I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, I am feeling bitterness in my tongue. But I should recognize that no, mantra is not bitter. My tongue is bitter because it is affected by bile, the secretion of the liver, bile. It is affecting my tongue. That is why it is bitter. So let us meditate on this. I am experiencing bitterness in my tongue. But someone is telling me, no, it is sugar candy, it is sweet. Who are you going to believe?
The person who is saying that it is sugar candy will believe that person, Prabhuji, after coming to Krishna consciousness, not before that.
So you see, it's a challenge. Your own senses are giving you a particular message, and the scriptures and the acharyas are giving you a totally opposite message. Which one are you going to trust, and for how long? Holy name is so bitter. I would like to give up. Oh, when will I finish my rounds? I want to put away my beads. Enough. One day's quota, 16 rounds I have completed. Tomorrow only I will touch my beads. 16 is a tall order. I cannot do so much. The mind and senses are challenging. It's bitter. That is my experience. But the acharyas on the other side, they are encouraging, go on chanting. You have got jaundice. You are a sick man. The sugar candy will taste bitter for you now. But go on chanting. So Prabhupada is acting like a doctor. He is telling us, despite this disease, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy names and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, that means you should listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Daily you have to go on hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes and go on chanting also. His ignorance will be destroyed. And what is this ignorance? That is the root of the disease. Moola. Moola means root. Trinamul. Grassroot. Correct na, Prabhu? Kalikumar Ghosh, Prabhu? Mool means root. So, this Mahamantra is going to destroy the root of your avidya. Root. But how? Gradually. Kramena. Gradually. But the root of ignorance is going to be destroyed. That means your liver is going to become completely healthy. And then sugar candy will taste sweet. The sick man will argue with the doctor. What have you given me? It is not sugar candy. It is so bitter. But he has to believe the doctor and take his prescription. Steadily, gradually, Kramena, he will start experiencing the sweetness. So Prabhupada says, such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Shraddha, that is Shraddha. That is Sadhu Sangha. That is Anartha Nivritti. You have to go on steadily. Daily, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nashta Prayeshu, Abhadreshu, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Daily we have to read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavad Gita, come in the association of devotees, eat only prasadam, mind you, not eat prasadam. Eat prasadam is not the prescription. Don't read the prescription wrongly. Sometimes, doctor's handwriting is not very clear. But I am reading out to you. It is not that eat Krishna prasadam. Prescription is eat only Krishna prasadam. And come in the association of devotees. No, not that. Always be in the association of devotees. never enter into association of non-devotees. So let us understand the prescription very clearly, and accordingly let us purify our life. Yes. Okay, next para, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. May I, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
When a man in the material world takes more interest in the materialistic way of life than in Krishna consciousness, he is considered to be in a diseased condition. The normal condition is to remain an eternal servant of the Lord, Jivera Swarupa Haya Krishnera Nityadasa. This healthy condition is lost when the living entity forgets Krishna due to being attracted by the external features of Krishna's Maya energy. This world of Maya is called Durashraya, which means false or bad shelter. One who puts his faith in the Durashraya becomes a candidate for hoping against hope. In the material world, everyone is trying to become happy, and although their material attempts are baffled in every way due to their misigns, they cannot understand their mistakes. People try to rectify one mistake by making another mistake. This is the way of struggle for existence in the material world. If one in this condition is advised to take to Krishna consciousness and be happy, he does not accept such instructions.
Hare Krishna.
This Krishna consciousness.
One second. I'll just say a few words here. So what Prabhupada is saying, how our healthy condition has been lost? By forgetting Krishna. So forgetting Krishna is the disease. Remembering Krishna is the medicine. So Prabhupada brings the word shelter here, ashraya, durashraya, shelter. All of us are taking shelter of something in our whole life. Early life, parents are our shelter, education is our shelter, then we get married, wife becomes shelter, husband becomes shelter, children become shelter, job becomes shelter. Like this, we are constantly taking shelter. And Prabhupada talks about the Western society, because the family life there has been destroyed, relationships destroyed. They are taking shelter of pet animals. So many pet animals, they take shelter. So the different shelter, but these are all durashraya. That means if someone is not capable of giving you shelter, but you take shelter of that person, that is durashraya. You are drowning in the middle of the ocean. One straw is coming floating. You are holding that straw and hoping you will be saved. Or you want to cross the river on a mud horse. Or you are in the ocean, you are holding the tail of a dog and hoping that the dog will take you across the ocean. These are all durashraya. Prabhupada says, if you take shelter of anything other than Krishna, you are taking shelter of Maya. And you will never reach your goal. You will never be cured. And Prabhupada says, this is called hoping against hope. There is no hope only, but you are still hoping something will happen. Huh? Somebody is taking shelter of movies. Somebody is taking shelter of songs. Somebody is taking shelter of internet. Somebody is taking shelter of false friendships. Hoping against hope, that I will one day become happy by this method. That is why Yudhishthira Maharaj, when the Yaksha is asking the question, which is the greatest wonder? All of you know this story, no? See, I will very briefly tell. There was an occasion when the Pandavas were in the forest and they were all very thirsty. And Yudhishthira Maharaj sent all his brothers to go and fetch some water. They went to some distance. They found a very nice lake with clear water and all. But when they tried to drink water first, they heard one voice, and the voice said, you answer my question. Without answering the question, if you drink the water, you will die. But all of them disobeyed because they were so thirsty, and they all died. Finally, Yudhishthira Maharaj himself came. Again, the same voice spoke. But Yudhishthira Maharaj understood that if I drink the water, I will die. So he said, okay, ask me the questions. Many questions were asked. That's called Yaksha Prasna. Prasna means question. Yaksha means a disembodied being, Yaksha. Those question answers are very, very famous. The most famous question answer is like this. Which is the greatest wonder in this world? They have 7 wonders. But Yudhishthira Maharaj said, there is only one wonder, which is everyone is seeing people dying around them. Their parents are gone, grandparents are gone, sometimes children are gone, their friends are gone, relatives are gone, neighbors are gone, enemies are gone. Powerful leaders are gone. Powerful role models are gone. Everyone is dying. But I will not die. Somehow I believe I will not die. People are dying at the age of 10, at the age of 20, at the age of 30, at the age of 40. At any age, people are dying. Apparently, healthy people are also dying. Someone went for a health checkup, certified fit, heart is perfect shape, absolutely no problem. Next day, died from heart attack. So where is the guarantee? But still, everyone is thinking, I will live forever. Yeah. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, that is the greatest wonder. So like that, hoping against hope. We have taken Durashraya. Anyone who has taken shelter of anything other than Krishna, they have taken shelter of Maya. And Maya is a mud horse. How by climbing a mud horse you can cross the river? So that's what Prabhupada is saying. So, but unfortunately, if you tell them to chant, they will not. They will not accept our instructions. And this is called struggle for existence. The whole world is struggling by correcting one mistake by doing another mistake. Yeah, please read on.
Shall I, Prabhuji? Shall I, Prabhuji? I'll try.
Yeah, please.
English is not so perfect, but I'll try, Prabhuji. This Krishna consciousness movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. People in general are misled by blind leaders. The leaders of human society, the politicians, philosophers, and scientists are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to Bhagavad Gita, because they are bereft of all factual knowledge due to their atheistic way of life, they are actually sinful rascals and are the lowest among them. Namam duskritino moodaha prapadyante naradama mayaya apavrut jnana asuram bhava ashritam. Shall I continue, Prabhuji? Those who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Bhagavad Gita 7.15.
Please continue.
Such people never surrender to Krishna and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take Krishna's shelter. When such atheistic become leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nescience. In such condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna consciousness movement. Just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice does not relish the taste of sugar candy, however, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna consciousness, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the only remedy for setting the world aright. Although Krishna consciousness may not be very palatable for the diseased person, Srila Rupa Goswami nonetheless advises that if one wants to be cured of the material disease, he must take to it with great care and attention. One begins his treatment by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because by chanting this holy name of the Lord, a person in the material condition will be relieved from all misconceptions. Cheto Darshana Marjanam, Avidya, a misconception about one's spiritual identity provides the foundation for ahankara or false ego within the heart.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So Prabhupada is telling clearly, the purpose of Krishna conscious movement is to remove ignorance, to remove the root of the disease, not that some symptomatic treatment, some yoga, some pranayama, some kind of sense control, some exercises, not like that. This is to remove the root of all problem. And root of all problem is avidya. And today the whole world is covered in avidya. Why? Because we have a democratic system of government. In a democratic system, the same ignorant people elect their own leaders. So what kind of people they will elect? I want sense gratification. So I will elect somebody who will promise sense gratification to me. My disease is sense gratification. And I want to increase sense gratification means I want to increase my disease. And the people whom I will vote for, they must promise to increase sense gratification. I have a fever, material fever, they must increase that fever. Only to such person I will vote. They become the leaders. So Prabhupada is saying, the people are blind, the leaders are also blind. So in such a situation, they have no spiritual knowledge and they have become sinful. And very nicely Prabhupada says, who is a blind man? One who is not Krishna conscious is a blind man. I don't know. In one line, it is defined like that. If you are not Krishna conscious, you are blind. We can explain it for hours, but I hope all of you understand what is meant by this. Because you have been attending classes so regularly, by now you know why Prabhupada is making this drastic statement. One who is not Krishna conscious is blind. As simple as that. But we will not spend time on that because you all know why. Otherwise, we have to give long explanations. Otherwise, people will say, why? If I am not Krishna conscious, you think I am blind? If I am Shiva conscious, I am not. Do you think I am blind? Or I am Durga conscious, am I blind? So such questions will come. Or I am a Jnana Yogi. Do you think I worship Brahman? I worship God without form? Why you think only Krishna conscious people are not blind? So I hope all of you have the answer for this. I am not going to spend time on that. The Prabhupada says, those who are not Krishna conscious, atheistic people, they are sinful rascals. And the lowest among men. Look at the language. We will not say this in public, but among devotees, we know this. We will not try to turn people away from Krishna by using such strong language. But Krishna is using that language. Prabhupada is not using. This is Krishna's words. Namam dushkritino mudha. Krishna says, who don't worship me, they are mudha. Dushkritina. Evil doers. Krishna says, evil people, miscreants. Prapadyante naradama. Lowest of mankind. Who? Those who don't worship Krishna. Nara adhama. Lowest. Mayaya apahurta jnana. Their intelligence has been stolen by Maya. Asuram bhavam ashrita. They have developed qualities of demons. This is what Krishna says. This is Krishna's words. Don't think Prabhupada is only using. These are Krishna's words. So such people will not surrender to Krishna. And they will always oppose anyone who is preaching Krishna consciousness. And today the world is surcharged with ignorance. The whole world is surcharged because our leaders have become atheists. Otherwise, who will introduce this word secular into the constitution? Secular. Secular means anti-religion. I will not allow religion to enter into my governance. But if you have no religion, you have no morality. If you have governance like that, today we see the world, how it is degrading. So this is a clear sign, You don't want a religious government, you want a secular government. You think religion is a problem. Lack of religion is the problem. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. So sugar candy, even if they are deceased people, they are not enthusiastic to take this sugar candy. But chanting of the holy name is the only medicine and it is the only remedy. Even though it is not palatable. Rupa Goswami recommending that you should take this medicine only. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And by doing that, all the diseases will be gone. Avidya will be gone. The root of the problem will be gone. So the real disease is not in the liver. Prabhupada says, real disease is in the heart. If the mind is cleansed, if consciousness is cleansed, a person cannot be touched by material disease. You have to purify the consciousness. And to purify, you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See that again and again and again, Prabhupada says this. To purify your consciousness, you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is both easy and beneficial. Don't think because it is easy, it won't be beneficial. Don't think like that. It is simultaneously Suhridam, Susukam Kartum, Avyayam. Susukam Kartum. Performing is easy. It is pleasurable. Same time, its benefits are imperishable. Avyayam. Imperishable. Forever. So that is how. Okay. Please read from. There are 3 stages in chanting.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I'll
Hare-
read Prabhuji.
Yes, yes.
There are 3 stages in chanting the holy name of the Lord: the offensive stage, the stage of lessening offenses, and the pure stage. When a neophyte takes to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, he generally commits many offenses. There are 10 basic offenses, and if the devotee avoids these, he can glimpse the next stage, which is situated between offensive chanting and pure chanting. When one attains the pure stage, he is immediately liberated. This is called Bhava
Bhava,
Maha Davagni Nirvapanam. As soon as one is liberated from the blazing fire of material existence, he can relish the taste of transcendental life. The conclusion is that in order to get freed from the material disease, one must take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. One must begin with faith, and when this faith is increased by chanting, a person can become a member of the society. We are sending Sankirtana parties all over the world, and they are experiencing that even in the remotest part of the world, where there is no knowledge of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attracts thousands of men to our camp. In some areas, people begin to imitate the devotees by shaving their heads and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra only a few days after hearing the mantra. This may be imitative, but imitation of a good thing is desired. Some imitators gradually become interested in being initiated by the spiritual master and offer themselves for initiation.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Prabhupada talked about 3 stages of chanting. First, this shloka is about chanting. This shloka, what we have read, is about chanting. Chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It is a medicine for the disease of ignorance. This medicine will destroy it at the root. So we have to start chanting. Now in chanting, Prabhupada is cautioning, there are 3 stages. When we start chanting, we are offensive chanters only. We cannot straight away start chanting purely. Initially, we chant only offensively. And there are 10 offenses to the holy name. I hope all of you know it. Even if you know it, you should repeat it daily before you start your japa. 10 offenses to the holy name. Every day you should read. Same way, Siksha Ashtakam prayers, every day you should read. And then you should chant the Prabhupada mantra and Panchatattva mantra, and then chant your rounds. So this is the system. So these offenses naturally occur. One is we offend the devotees. We offend the people who are distributing the holy name to others. Or we offend the scriptures by not having faith in them, or by speaking ill of the Vedas and Upanishads, scriptures, etc. So we should not do this offense to devotees and to scriptures. Then we should not give some interpretation to the holy name. We should not interpret. This holy name is coming from the transcendental platform. We should not explain that, no, this mantra is given so that you will focus your mind. When you focus your mind, distractions, like that, we should not give material interpretation. The mantra is completely transcendental. And then you should not commit sins on the strength of the holy name, because you have been told chanting will destroy all sins, past, present, and future. So I can commit sins and I will remove it by chanting. If you think like that, it becomes aparad. And the holy name will not give the results that you expect from it. So one should be very careful not to commit sins on the strength of the holy name. Next is, we should not preach to non-believers, atheistic people. We should not preach. Innocent people you can preach, but atheistic people we should not preach. And ultimately, we should try to give up our material attachments and increase our attachment to the holy name. We should not hold on to material attachments. So these are all the offenses, and ultimately, inattentive chanting. Inattentive chanting is the mother of all offenses. So we have to very, very carefully chant the holy name. That's what Prabhupada is saying. So from offensive chanting, we go to the stage of offense-free chanting. But that's not the end. Beyond that, you reach pure chanting, which is chanting in prema. But that will come by and by. Right now, our effort should be to chant without offenses and attentively. This must be our focus. And while chanting, we should remember why we are chanting. We are chanting to reawaken Krishna Prema in our heart that has been covered up for many, many, many lifetimes. Like that. Okay, please read the rest of the thing. If one is sincere. Who will read?
Prabhuji, may I read?
Hare Krishna
Okay,
Prabhuji.
okay.
Shall I, Prabhuji?
Yeah, if one is sincere.
Okay. If one is sincere, he is initiated, and this stage is called Bhajana Kriya. One then actually engages in the service of the Lord by regularly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra daily and refraining from illicit sex, intoxicates, and meat eating and gambling. By Bhajana Kriya, one attained freedom from contamination of materialistic life. He no longer goes to the restaurant or hotels to taste so-called palatable dishes made with meat and onions, nor does he care to smoke or drink tea or coffee. He not only refrains from illicit sex but avoids sex life entirely, nor is he interested in wasting his time in speculating or gambling. In this way, it is so understood that one is becoming cleansed or unwanted things. Anartha nivritti. The word anartha refers to unwanted things. Anarthas are vanquished when one becomes attached to Krishna consciousness movement. Shall I read next para, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Please complete the.
Yeah, okay. When a person is relieved from unwanted things, he becomes fixed in executing his Krishna activities. Indeed, he becomes attached to such activities and experiences ecstasy in executing devotional services. This is called bhava, the preliminary awakening of dormant love of Godhead. Thus, the conditioned soul becomes free from material existence and loses interest in the bodily conception of life, including material opulences, material knowledge, and material attraction of all varieties. At such time, one can understand who the Supreme Personality of Godhead is and what his Maya is. Although Maya may be present, it cannot disturb a devotee once he attains Bhava stage. This is because the devotee can see the real position of Maya. Maya means forgetfulness of Krishna or forgetfulness of Krishna, and Krishna consciousness stand side by side like light and shadow. If one remains in shadow, he can't enjoy the facilities offered by light. And if one remains in light, he cannot be disturbed by the darkness of shadow. By taking to Krishna consciousness, one gradually becomes liberated and remains in light. Indeed, he does not even touch the darkness as confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamritham Madhya Leela 22.31. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Haya Andakara, Yaha Krishna, Taha Nahi, Mayara Adhikara. Yes, madam. Please read.
Yes, 1 minute. Here, power cut, Prabhuji. I can't
Okay.
see here.
Krishna is compared to sunshine and Maya is compared to darkness. Wherever there is sunshine, there cannot be darkness. As soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion, the influence of external energy will immediately vanish. So here, Prabhupada is giving, in the portion what we have read just now, Prabhupada is giving the aim of Krishna consciousness movement. The aim of Krishna consciousness movement is only one, to make everyone chant Hare Krishna Maha. This is the only mission of ISKCON. All our temples, all our books, all our devotees, all our efforts at preaching, all our festivals, all our functions, everything. The aim is one, to make everyone chant Hare Krishna. So please don't take it lightly. That is the only medicine we saw in this shloka. The medicine for avidya is to chant the holy names. We are all covered in avidya and we should all chant the holy name. In the beginning, offensively, then gradually, offenselessly, and then purely. And Prabhupada is giving proof that it works. How? Prabhupada says, Very quickly, people are giving up illicit sex, gambling, meat eating. They give up even onion, coffee, tea, smoking, all kinds of things. And they give up not only illicit sex, they give up sex life altogether. All these changes are happening to people. Prabhupada is giving proof. Look at my devotees. And there are from places like America and other foreign countries where Maya is ruling. But in such places, people are able to live such a pure life. So Prabhupada is saying this is the power of the holy name. Just by having a little faith, even though there is no taste, but having faith, they started chanting. And because of the chanting, the medicine is working and the jaundice is getting cured. The heart is getting purified from anarthas. What is anartha? Unwanted things are anartha. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. All these are unwanted things in the heart and they are getting cleansed. How? Chetor darpana marjana. Like a mirror is cleansed of the dust which has accumulated. Holy name is cleaning the mirror of our heart and the heart becomes pure. So this is the treatment. Chanting a Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the treatment. And by doing this, the material condition of the soul is removed. Material condition is removed. And the true ego comes out. What is true ego? I am a servant of Krishna. So the disease is in the heart only, and chanting will clear the disease. So this is what the Prabhupada is telling us. And this is called Bhajana Kriya. In ISKCON, people are taught to chant and people are given devotee association. You come in devotee association and chant. And it works very nicely. When you chant in the association of devotees, it works very powerfully. So Prabhupada is saying that. So the aim of ISKCON is to give association and to make everybody to chant the holy names. When you start chanting with faith, the faith increases with chanting. And as faith increases, your chanting quality also increases. So a sincere person can get initiated also in ISKCON, and that is a Bhajana Kriya. And by continuing to chant 16 rounds and refraining from the 4 cardinal sins, a person makes a rapid progress. After that, he has no interest in the various anarthas. And then he becomes fixed in Krishna conscious activities. And he starts getting relish in Krishna consciousness. The taste is revived. Bitterness is gone. There is taste now in the chanting of holy name. And this is called bhava. Once a person reaches the bhava stage, Maya will not trouble him anymore. We are now in the sadhana stage. From sadhana, one day we will go to bhava stage and then to prema stage. Bhava is the intermediate stage between sadhana and prema. And in that bhava stage only, one becomes free from the influence of Maya. Because he realizes what is Maya. What is that? Forgetfulness of Krishna only is Maya. And in the bhava stage, he never forgets Krishna. When you are turning away from the sun, you see your own shadow. When you turn towards the sun, there is no more shadow. Similarly, for a devotee turn towards Krishna, for him there is no Maya. But those who turn away from Krishna, they suffer from the effect of Maya. So here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu says, Krishna is Surya Sama. Krishna is like the sun only. So if you face the sun, there is no shadow, there is no darkness. Where Krishna is there, there is no darkness of nescience. There is no ignorance at all in such a situation. He does not even touch the darkness, Prabhupada says. Who? A realized person, a Krishna conscious person, does not even touch darkness. That means he never forgets Krishna. He never forgets Krishna. So this is the message. So as I said, purport has become short because now we have to start eating the sugar candy. We should all start eating the sugar candy regularly by chanting the holy name and by reading Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing lectures, coming in association of devotees. We should start taking this treatment. And then the disease will be destroyed at the root one. So thank you very much, Hare Krishna. If there is any urgent questions you can ask, otherwise we'll meet next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Niyamagraha, where you said that that we should not be very much attached to the Niyamas also.
Yeah.
But sometimes we being the neophytes, we have to obey the instructions given by the acharyas or
Correct.
devotees.
No.
So
Whimsically giving up is also called Niyamagraha. Whimsically giving up the rules is also Niyamagraha. Whimsically following the rules without forgetting the goal, while forgetting the goal, that is also Niyamagraha. We should not do both. We should remember, our aim is to always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. When you follow the rules, you should remember these rules are all servants of that primary rule. One is a rule to do something, second is a rule not to do something. To remember Krishna is the to-do rule. To not forget Krishna is the not to-do rule. That's called Yama and Niyama. Niyama is to do. Yama is not to do. We have only one Yama, one Niyama in Krishna consciousness. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. All other rules are simply servants. Supposing you follow all other rules and you forget Krishna, then it's God. That is called Niyamagraha. You forget Krishna while following all the rules. You are on the road, you are following all the traffic signals, but you have forgotten where you want to go. That is Niyamagraha. Same time, whimsically ignoring the rules is also Niyamagraha. That is also very dangerous. You should remember why the rules are given and you should follow the rules with that mood. Is it okay, Mataji? Understood?
Yes, Prabhuji, very much. Hare Krishna. But what if one does not have any attachment for the rules, Prabhuji? Like sometimes, some days it so happens like we don't feel like doing, Prabhuji. So
Yeah, that is our mood, no? See, actually, when you don't feel like doing, that means you are conquered by Tamoguna or Rajoguna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You want to do some other activity, that is Rajoguna. You want to simply lie down, that is Tamoguna. Whatever is stopping you from doing this activity, it is only the modes, the three modes only.
Yes, Prabhuji. Then one more small clarification from you, Prabhuji, because since I have asked this, because I don't feel like doing the rules and regulations as per regulations, Prabhuji. Sometimes what I feel is I like to hear the songs of Krishna on Krishna. So I'll just do that. So I may go wrong. I will go wrong, surely. So, but sometimes in Bhagavatam they say, Ena Kena Prakarena. So fix your mind on Krishna.
Correct.
So I'm having this doubt, Prabhuji. Like,
see, at some point of time, you have to become your own judge. Okay. Supposing you are listening to the song because the tune is so nice. It's Hindustani, oh, it is Carnatic, oh, it is Kathak style, oh, it is Ravindra Sangeet. Like that. If you get carried away by the tune because you have a taste for music, then you are getting distracted. If you are only interested in the holy name, even if somebody is singing out of tune, if you are relishing the holy name, that is very good. That is very good. So you have to become the judge. So ultimately, 16 rounds are absolutely must. There is no diluting on that. After doing the 16 rounds, Navavida Bhakti, you can do anything that you have a taste for it. But see, Rupa Goswami has given 5 angas as most important. So follow those 5 angas. Try to follow the masters. Try to follow the spiritual master as much as you can. Where that flexibility is given, take care that is not misleading you into a wrong direction. Music, somebody may be interested in drama. Oh, I will play some nice Krishna conscious dramas, or I will watch some nice Krishna conscious drama. I have to see whether my pre-Krishna conscious temperament is affecting my Krishna consciousness now. I liked music even before I came to Krishna consciousness. Now I am using it in Krishna consciousness. Nothing wrong with it, but I should be very careful which part I am attracted, to the music or to the holy name. In the same way, whatever you are doing, you should be very careful to, like the swan separates milk from water. If you mix milk and water, it will take the milk and leave the water. Same way, in all your activities, your focus should be very much on Krishna. You are your own judge in that sense. Yes, Mataji?
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, we have to judge ourselves whether we are going far apart Krishna.
Yes, at the same time, don't always be your own judge and not consult others. You have to consult seniors.
Yes, no problem.
And find out from them, am I doing the right thing? And they will tell you.
Yes.
So that is why
Sure,
devotee observation is
Prabhuji.
important.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, how to overcome the three modes of gunas, tamo guna and rajo guna? How to overcome, Prabhu? Can you give some tips, Prabhu?
We have not been given any medicine other than the holy name. We have only one medicine. We have to chant attentively and we have to hear while we are chanting. You can choose the best time for chanting. You can choose the best place for chanting. You can choose the best position for chanting. Try to remain still while chanting. Don't keep your eyes moving here and there. These are the things, but as long as you focus on improving the quality of chanting. Now, quality of chanting will improve if you are reading Bhagavatam daily. And if you are reading Bhagavatam daily in the association of devotees, it is even better. So like this, you have to pick up everything that helps you to chant better. And anything that takes you away from chanting better, like the newspapers, the magazines, the television serials, the gossip with the neighbors, all these things are taking you away. So avoid them. Avoid what has to be avoided, accept what has to be accepted. That way we make progress. And definitely, what is recommended is we should have a mentor in Krishna consciousness, a more senior devotee to whom we can open our heart, with whom you have developed a close relationship and you can open your heart. Oh, Mataji, this particular anartha is troubling me. Please tell me what can be done, or please pray for me. Like that, you open your heart to even one devotee. You should have a very strong relationship in Krishna consciousness, not for gossip purpose, but for talking Krishna consciousness. That will also help you a lot in making progress.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes.
Prabhuji, in the beginning you said something I could not hear. Maya is mud or something I heard. What is it, Prabhuji?
Maya andhakar. Maya is darkness.
Maya is dark.
Krishna is the sun and Maya is darkness. So how can they coexist? Where Krishna is there, Maya cannot be there. Where sun is there, darkness cannot be there. Yeah. But Krishna is everywhere. So how there is andhakar?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Who can answer? Can you answer, Mataji?
What's the question, Prabhuji?
Mataji, can I try?
Yeah.
Prabhuji?
Yeah, please tell the question. What's the question?
Krishna is everywhere. So wherever there is Krishna, Maya cannot exist. But how come we are under Maya's influence when Krishna is everywhere? Prabhuji, Krishna is everywhere, and we are in darkness because of our ignorance, avidya. We are not having our purest heart to recognize Krishna. So we are under the influence of Maya, and we have forgotten Krishna. So we are under the clutch of Maya.
Correct.
So Krishna is present everywhere,
yes,
but we are incapable of recognizing or understanding his presence as our duty or as our activity to focus on.
Perfect. And Suma Mataji has given the using the same metaphor. When we turn our back to Krishna, Krishna is the sun. But I am turning my back to Krishna, then I see my shadow. Then the shadow exists, and the shadow is darkness. But when I turn again towards Krishna, darkness is gone. So I create the darkness. Prabhupada was asked by his devotees, Prabhupada, why Krishna has created this material world? Why did Krishna create this material world? What did Prabhupada answer? Does anybody know? Yeah?
Try, Prabhuji. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe being our father, he allowed us for our own enjoyment and so and come back to him. He waited patiently, something like that.
Very close. Prabhupada answered like this. Krishna did not create the material world. You created. Prabhupada said like, you created it means now you relate it with what Mataji just now told. You desired it. So Krishna gave it. So you created it by desiring it. You wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. So Krishna created material world. Yeah, is it clear now? So we created it, not that Krishna created. This darkness happened because we turned away from Krishna. There is no darkness really. We turned away from Krishna. That's why that's all. We have to meditate on all these things very deeply. You know, every day before chanting or after chanting, we have to give some time to meditate on these things. Please read Srimad Bhagavatam also or hear some lectures like that. Become serious with the 5 important limbs. Worship of Tulsi, listening to Srimad Bhagavatam, deity worship, Nama Sankirtan, devotee association, these things, you must take it quite seriously. So we'll end the class here. Vacha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnava vrindaki jai Shri Prabhupada. So there is a question here from Prembhakti Mataji. That's about Bharat Maharaj. Maybe we'll discuss in another class that how somebody can fall down at the stage of Bhava. Very simply put, it is a Leela of the Lord to teach a very grave lesson to all devotees that one has to be very careful about Maya. We cannot become relaxed when it comes to Maya. Until both our legs are inside Goloka, we should not think we are safe. Not with one leg in, we are still, the other leg can be attacked. So that is the essential message. Maybe we'll discuss in another class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Thank you.